Let's talk Wahoo fishing. Welcome to the Good Karma Sport Fishing Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Ryan Van Fleet. Okay, so we had a lousy September in the Florida Keys as far as the weather goes. I just finished going through historical wind patterns from, I went back and looked at 2018 and 2017. And I might go back later on tonight and look at 2016 and 2015. And 2019 September, it so far crushed 2017 and 2018 as far as being extremely windy. We had the amount of days that we had where we had over 15 mile an hour winds was insane. Now that east wind, it really helped like the Miami area up through Pompano Beach, Boynton Beach, West Palm. It like created a Wahoo smorgasbord up there, and those guys over the weekend, they just crushed it. So Elliot London caught a 51 pounder before he went to school in the morning on his bait strip rig. So any trolls at between 7 and 8 miles an hour using planers, and I really I'm a strong believer in planer fish. So Elliot catches a lot of fish, okay, because he knows where they're at. He doesn't need the high-speed fish. So he uses planers, he gets his baits deep. Getting your baits deep, guys, is crucial because in South Florida, we have a lot of water issues, okay? One day the water could be really purple on the surface, and it's just an awesome fishery. Then you go out there the next day, and you've got green water down to 20 foot. Okay, so that means that your fish are going to stage deeper in the water column, down close to your thermocline. Now, your thermocline is that's where the fish are going to be at, down in where the clean water's at, where the water's a little cooler. So that's just how it works. The spear divers will tell you that, okay, so you'll see some spear divers on a day when you're like trolling the surface, high-speed fishing, you don't catch a thing, but a spear diver comes in with 3 Wahoo, and you're like, holy cow. There I am, holy cow. So I talked about that in my last podcast, so there you go. So to make this simple is you've got the dirty water on top, could be down 30 feet, but down below that 30 feet, you've got the Wahoo down there in the blue water looking up at that nasty-ass green water, and they're still hunting. That's perfect. It's like a underwater color edge, okay? That's like an underwater weed line, except it's, underwater. So you've got it going, it's something... It's kind of like you're trolling an edge underwater. You're trolling a dirty water edge to a blue water edge underwater, okay? And you've got the Wahoo down there, and he's all like feisted up. He's hunting, he's ready, and he's looking up. And when the sun gets just right and he can see a little bit and the tide's right, he's going to be on the hunt and he's going to be wanting to eat, okay? So by having a planer and you're getting it down there, the trick is to get it down as low as you can to where the thermocline edge is at. So I like to run my planers down, and I'll stagger them, 30 down to 50, down to 60 feet. And the Wahoo's going to look up, and that's going to be what if he's got to see the bait, okay? So he's got to see the bait. And this is where that whole color thing comes into play here. And I'm a strong believer in the silhouette, so you got to have the right silhouette, meaning that the fish has got to be able to see the bait, and sometimes like a bright color in this scenario will work if the water's really dirty, and he'll look up and he'll say, okay, for example, like pink. Sometimes running a pink bait down deep, that Wahoo that's hanging out in the deeper layer is going to see that pink bait from above, and he's gonna like go nuts on it. So he's gonna. Okay, so I should have talked a little bit about the thermocline science behind it, okay? So essentially you have a lot of west wind down here in the Keys. It blows out all this nasty green water and stuff out of the Gulf, and that's typically the green water's a little colder than the blue water. So the trick with planer fishing is that you're able to get and you don't know there's a scatter layer of green that gets blown out across the surface, and it's even like mud. Even the mud, that water may look really muddy, but there's going to be fish. If you start looking at your depth finder and you're like, oh, there's a lot of bait down there. Oh, there's a lot of fish. It just might be muddy on the surface. So and all the fish are down below, down 15, 30 feet. I've had days where I've like stormed them with the planers on muddy days, and we were forced to fish in these conditions for many years down here because of the Gulf, the condition of the Gulf. We just had a lot of mud because we didn't have any seagrass after Irma. It just destroyed it. And we had all the water problems because of, they'll send the water south, and you guys, I'm not even going to talk about that because it just, don't even want to think about it anymore. But anyways, our water quality's gotten a lot better down here, so we have seen more days with cleaner water along the edge of the reef. So essentially what a thermocline, what's going to happen is you're going to have you might have 10 foot of nasty water on the top, but down below that, like I said, is the warm water and the blue water. So like I said, it's like a color change, like you're trolling color edge, except you're trolling it deep. You have to get your baits deep down to close to where the fish are hanging and eating bait. There were times when I was catching sailfish off the bottom. I catch sailfish consistently when it was bad. When the water was bad, the sailfish were here, but they were on the bottom. They were really close to the bottom. That's where they're eating, and that's where we caught them at. And I caught those couple years. I caught numerous sails on my downriggers. I caught them when I was bottom fishing for mutton snappers in deeper water, and that's my clients were like, "What the heck?" All of a sudden, the sailfish would blast out of behind the boat with a big 20-ounce weight, the 30-ounce weight on top of it, and there he is. But that's just a good example. So also, please visit sportfishingmagazines.com top captains page and vote for me. I'm on a list of 60 captains to be in, and it's now the voting's underway for the month of October, and they take the top 5, and they're considered the Sport Fishing Magazine's top 5 captains for 2020, which is it's an honor. It's just an honor to be on the list, and I would appreciate your vote. So thank you guys. And that's it. Make sure you follow my Instagram. I've been kind of inactive on there because I just don't believe in posting stuff when I don't have anything interesting to say. I don't believe in just posting a picture. And I just haven't been doing a lot of fishing lately. I've been doing a lot of personal stuff. So that's why I haven't been posting. If I don't have anything that's of value, I'm not going to post it. So, but that's all I got today, guys. Thanks for listening. And remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.